King of the Table is right around the corner, and as I'm sure most of you have already heard, we're gonna get to see the rematch between Dave CHAFFEE and VITALY LALETIN. Even though this is a rematch, I'm still super excited for this one because the last one was an all-out war and one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. We saw Dave forced to adapt on the fly, which was super cool, and we saw the exact same thing for VITALY. And although Dave did end up coming out on top on the last one, I have a feeling VITALY is probably going to end up taking this one. In this video, we're going to cover the reasons for this. The first reason, and probably the biggest reason, is that VITALY has gotten quite a bit bigger. Word on the street is that VITALY has reached 140 kilos or 308 pounds. And that is pretty big. As far as I'm aware, I think that is probably the biggest VITALY has ever been. And I'm just going to assume that that means he's going to be a lot stronger than he has been in the past. The last time these guys faced, the strength level seemed to be so close. It looked like it couldn't possibly be any closer. So you would tend to think that all VITALY even needs to do is get 1 or 2% stronger and it'll make all the difference in the world. Considering how much weight he's put on, I'm assuming that he has at least made 1 or 2% of a strength gain. Now, of course, it's possible that Dave may have been getting stronger this whole time as well, but I kinda don't think so in this case. Dave tends to be pretty constant throughout the years of arm wrestling, and he is always one of those guys that is super difficult to defeat, but Dave doesn't appear to make huge leaps of strength over a short period of time. I think that Dave will likely be a pretty similar strength level as to the last time they pulled. Now, to be fair here, Dave potentially does have an advantage in the style matchup. Not only that he has a good general style matchup against VITALY, but that he knows exactly what to do because he's already done it before. The only thing Dave is going to have to do theoretically in this match is the exact same thing that he did last time. And now he's going to know right off the bat that the flop press is very effective. Whether he decides to flop off the go or he decides to hit outside to bump VITALY outside of his shoulder and then flop, he already has the muscle memory for exactly what that feels like. However, this isn't the full story, because obviously VITALY pulled Dave too, and just like Dave, he's gonna remember what the match felt like. One thing that I have a feeling we will see a lot more of is VITALY trying to clamp down on Dave's fingers and never allow him to slip. That worked super well the last time these guys faced, and VITALY is gonna be even stronger this time around, making it even more difficult for Dave to figure out how to slip. But even if the match does slip and go to straps, I have a feeling that VITALY will be just enough stronger to prevent Dave from getting into that perfect press position. VITALY recently pulled Ermes Gasparini at King of the Table, and I think that Ermes' hand and wrist and back pressure is quite a bit better than Dave's, as well as his ability to transition to the flop press. And even Ermes looked like he had a really big struggle against VITALY in that match. He was only barely able to turn it around toward the ends, and he also had a lot of trouble slipping. So as far as the styles go, Dave might have a slight advantage, but again, I think VITALY's strength probably will be enough to overcome that. And Dave is certainly not a natural born flop presser, he kinda has to force it to make it work. Looking at the endurance side of things, it's difficult to know exactly which guy has better endurance, but I do think that Dave will theoretically have better efficiency as he has two styles that he can switch between throughout the match. But even though Dave does have these potential advantages, I think that VITALY's strength and size increase is gonna be enough to get the job done. I don't like seeing Dave lose, so I hope that he can figure out a way to do something in this match, but honestly, I was just so impressed with VITALY against Ermes. I thought Ermes was probably going to beat him even easier than he did, so after watching VITALY prevent even Ermes from slipping and taking 2 rounds off of him, I'm considering VITALY to be the favorite in this match. But let me know who you guys think is going to take this match. To be totally honest, I don't really care who wins, and I just hope that we get to see an all-out war like we did last time.